When you wake up every day, you have two choices. You can be mad or you can roller skate. I just choose to create the joy because sometimes it's hard to find. Elise Jones, Heart of Minky, take one. Get a slam it. My name's Elise Jones, and I'm diagnosed with stage D heart failure, but I refuse to let it get me down, so I choose to say I'm diagnosed with heart success.
You know, at the beginning, I told myself it wasn't going to be an addiction. And then I bought another one. And then I bought another one after that. And now it's kind of starting to look like an addiction.
I'm quirky, adventurous, fun, loud.
I'm proud to say I'm 50 and I like to kick, stretch, and kick.
I love to laugh. And emotional. In 2009, they found that I had atrial septal defect. It's not a hole in the heart, it's the septum of my heart. The wall that separates the chambers had a break in it. So they put a device to seal that septum wall, enabling my heart to function better and not have the blood intermixing. In 2016, I had open heart surgery to remove the device, mainly because my body wasn't reacting very well to it. My heart was basically rebuilt, and it was strong. So I was excited to push my heart to the limit because I'd been feeling like I was living kind of halfway, being really careful for the 9 years previous, that once my heart was fixed, I just felt like I was unleashed. And in fact, 6 months after my open heart surgery, I was able to fulfill a 20-year dream of mine that my heart couldn't have done earlier. I was actually lying in bed after my surgery. I could only move my eyeballs. And my husband looked at me and he held my hand and he said, "Guess where we're going?" And I knew exactly what he was talking about. There was not one part of me that thought I can't. And that just gave me this motivation. It was just my mindset and just my personality of when something tries to get me down, I will say, watch me. When I reached Everest Base Camp, I was extremely emotional. It was one of the most monumental moments in my life. It took about 3 weeks, over 130 miles, below zero temperatures, but my heart was bomber. It was a part of my life where I was done saying, I can't do that. What was important to me is that I wasn't telling my girls how to be strong, I was showing them how to be strong. Being able to do something that was a really hard accomplishment with a rebuilt heart changed my life completely. That I was like, I'm doing all the things that I felt I couldn't do before. So it just created a whole sense of confidence in me. In 2021, I started feeling severe swelling. I was getting worse and worse, which was exactly 5 years after my open heart surgery. They thought I was having a severe heart attack, so they life-flighted me immediately. I was admitted to ICU for several days, upon which they diagnosed me with severe heart failure that's a permanent condition. When I was told that what I had was a permanent condition, I was angry. I had just done all these things. My heart was fixed. And if my heart was fixed, why did it stop? I blamed myself. I started thinking, maybe I've done too much. I let myself grieve. Just the fact that this is a lifestyle change forever. Going through this process obviously was a really hard time. Depression is real. And when you're in a situation, specifically in surgery recovery, you can't help but feel alone. One friend had come to the door and gifted me a Minky blanket from a group of people. And the card that I read and all the signatures in the card, I was actually really surprised at how many signatures there were in the card. Recognizing how many people came together to give me a gift to help me and to help me feel warm and supported, that's the memory in the blanket and what helped buoy me And then the softness and the warmth and the weight of that blanket was actually a medicine. It was actually something that was helping me lift myself up out of depression because I was being embraced. I'm that person, again, if something gets me down, I'm going to prove to you that I can do it. And I don't need help. But I did. And in this case, I hadn't had to ask for it. It was just given to me. Having this diagnosis is actually one of the greatest blessings in my life because it's helped me live my life very differently. I'm not as hard. I'm not as stubborn. I'm okay asking for help. I'm okay softening and recognizing that softness is my power. That I don't have to prove anything. I don't have to climb a mountain to prove that I'm strong. I can be embraced in something soft and feel incredibly powerful. Part of that grieving process was a time period of changing my mindset from staying down to, okay, how can I make this work for me? I can turn the focus on what I can't do into what I can do. I could be on a transplant list tomorrow or in 10 years, you just never know. It's the unknown that I live each day as if it's my last. Whether it's roller skating or yoga or teaching, doing river trips that mean so much to me, I can still do all of those things. They just look a little different. I started incorporating my sequencing from my yoga with my skates on. I called it Namaskate, and it helps me stay strong and healthy. And you cannot feel sad on roller skates. It's impossible to feel sad on roller skates. It's important to create the life that you want and to recognize that even with a chronic illness, can be the greatest blessing in your life because it forces you to live differently. I never would have had this much depth in my life had I not had a situation that forced me to look at life differently. And I'm creating the life that I want despite my illness.